Thursday morning. Everyone's getting ready to go into school. Two people skip school. Rose and Kyle skip school. Juliana went to school. Actually, no, Kyle, you didn't skip school because you had the interact Chip. Juliana was trying to get the interview from Theon out of Chip, but Chip didn't have it. Rose skipped school to go work at the flower shop, Buds R Us, with Mab. And Mab's mom is on her way on a trip. And while she was working, Theon showed up and is pressing Rose out to give her back a disc that she took out of David's company car. Rose isn't going quietly and is also threatening Theon back. She throws some thorns at Theon. Theon is not phased by these thorns and is about to be a flower cougar girl fight going on. So that's where we left off at. Mab came upstairs and was like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on?" And now we're at this like kind of Western standoff, but also kind of a kinky standoff because Theon has her hand around Rose's neck. So that's where we last left off. I haven't the faintest idea why David hangs around with. I was about to say flat chested, but since you have a boob knife, I don't think you're flat chested.
Nah, I'm average. I'm kind of chunky.
Yeah, I don't know why David would want to hang out with a trollop like you when there's obviously better and more mature women that he could be advancing with. So I'm going to ask you just one more time. I'm giving you this last chance to give me back the disc, or you and your friend.
And just for me, because I don't remember, does she have both of her hands on my neck or just one?
Just one. She has her right hand on your neck. She has it at that angle of your neck and your shoulder, and she's not putting any weight down on you yet. She's just like she just has it sitting there.
Mab was she had like just come up, and
Yeah, she's standing at the steps like, what the fuck?
so I had something planned, um, and I guess I'm gonna still do it because it's the only thing that I thought I had going on. Rose is gonna take a deep breath,
Okay.
and when she exhales, she's going to try to use her power because Mab mentioned something earlier about telekinesis. Rose wants to try to send a message before anything else happens.
I kind of want to know who you want to send this message to.
Okay, I was gonna either send
Yeah.
a message to Mab or David, but since David isn't here, I could just send it to Mab.
No, yeah, 2d4. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, a 5. Okay. Um, I only have one token left, so
I
I'm
mean, you did ask for two more power tokens, and this is a 10 difficulty. So,
I'll use one to make it a 6, but it's not gonna matter.
so you're not saying anything. You're just really concentrating on trying to send a message to Mab. You're concentrating like you're. And Theon's like kind of looking at you. She's like waiting, and it's like almost like an awkward silence. Just like her hand on your neck, and you just like breathing and like think your face, the thinking face, real hard, and then just like out of nowhere, Mad just goes, "What?"
Oh, okay. Um, so I'm gonna try to think instead of saying this out loud. I'm going to say water gun in backpack, and then I'm
What's
gonna.
water gum?
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Well, can I send it again or not? Not really.
You can try. Here, you can try.
You should have like said like help.
I no, I don't want to do that. Do I roll to try again?
No, I'm just gonna say you can just try to think it
Okay,
again.
yeah, I'm just gonna try it again. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try water gun in backpack.
Knapsack.
Fuck. God damn you. Okay. Well, all right. Never mind.
Theon, Theon's just like standing there, and she's like, "What on earth are you babbling about?"
It's
And Matt's just like, uh, "I honestly couldn't tell you." And she's like trying to back away, like back down the steps to get away from the situation.
okay. While so is she looking at Mab?
Yeah, she's looking at a map.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take my hands, grab onto the wrist that is holding the shears in her body, and see if I can ram them further into her body.
Roll me, roll me brawn.
Freaking A. Okay. D8.
Second murder. Second murder.
Okay, I have a 7 plus 1. That's an 8.
Okay. Um. So while she's like looking and confused at Mab, you are you trying to push her away from you,
I'm trying to see if I can
or
ramp the shears further in and
you,
then maybe kind of like slither
or
away a little bit.
you give like the most powerful thrust that you ever could, and you shove it like you even feel like the pop of like, or not, I wouldn't say the pop, but like the break of the skin from her back. Like you shove that shit right through her.
Oh shit.
And she's standing there, and she and like the thrust, and like also like you shove shears through somebody. So it's like she backed away. She's backing away, and like instead of being like in pain or in shock or like what the fuck, she goes. She looks down. She looks back up at you, and then she looks back down. She goes, "This was one of my favorite power suits, and you somehow managed to ruin a power suit. Before she can even get close to you, somebody walks in. Somebody walks in, and this is the man that walks in.
What the fuck?
He walks in just a bit, like he puts like half of his body through the door, and he goes, "Miss Theo, and if you're done playing around in this garden, we have bigger things to attend you today. So I'd say table this conversation for another time, and we'll sleep on this." And he looks at you, Rose, and he goes, "And I definitely want you to reconsider your decisions today, young lady." And he opens the door wide open for Theon to walk out. Theon yanks the shears out of her, out of her. And she goes, "Best listen to the man, Rose. Really do think about your decisions today, and this is the last time I'll ever say it. Leave David to me." And she chucks the shears onto the floor, and she slams the shop door, almost breaking the bell above the door.
I'm gonna go to the door and see if I can identify her car and the license plate.
Okay. You look outside. The black car is black enough. Yeah, it's black enough.
Yeah.
The license plate reads ADAW 83.
Rose just starts repeating those numbers to herself like over and over and over so she can write that down later.
The car just pulls off normally like any other person would. And she drives away. Or not, she doesn't drive away. The man that pulled her aside drives away in the car.
And she just dropped the shears on the floor. Can I pick up the shears?
Yeah, you can.
Are they covered in blood?
The pointy end, the business end, is, yeah.
The business end. Is it regular red blood?
It appears regular red blood, yes.
Okay. Mab, I need like a Ziploc or something. I need a bag.
Mab walk Mab walks up to the top of the steps and into the middle of the room. She goes, "You got blood on my linoleum."
I I I are you give me a bag. Are you serious?
You don't know how hard blood is to get out of linoleum.
Do you understand that I just stabbed a lady and she just walked out of here like that was fine? I need a bag.
Obviously, I'm in shock, and she goes under the counter where the register is and pulls out like a tote bag, throws it to you. She doesn't even hand it to you. She just throws it to you.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna put the shears in that tote bag and go into the back, and I guess I'll put that in my backpack, and then I'm gonna pull out the water gun, and I'm gonna be like, this is what I wanted you to get. I needed, you know what, it's fine. You didn't know what's happening. It's whatever, fine. And then I'm gonna go to the sink and get like a bucket and fill it with water
Can I ask why?
because I'm going to give the bucket of water to Mab so she can clean her fucking floor.
Roll me a d6.
7.
As you're filling up this bucket of water, you get like a very painful migraine from like trying to telepathically talk to Mab and also like throwing or like I would say throwing thorns and just like the general exertion of energy in this whole ordeal. You just get like a very out of nowhere painful migraine. Mab walks up behind you and she goes, sarcastic, sarcasm, self mechanism, defense, whatever. I need you to just tell me or explain, however you want to define it, what the fuck just happened in my mom's store.
I'm just kind of lean on whatever wall is closest to the sink and just kind of slide down to the floor. So that lady, I think, is in charge of the factory now. She's been trying to bang my friend, which usually would be fine, except, we got that phone call earlier from Juliana and Kyle, and I saw that weird, like, bloodsucky worm thing yesterday, and it seems like everything is kind of coming from the factory, and I don't know, she just came to shit where we eat, and I didn't like it, and I don't like her, and so I was
She's
like, I'm gonna freak her out, and maybe she'll fuck off, and she didn't fuck off the way that I thought she would. She was totally fine with all of that, and now I guess we're both screwed.
she sees that you're like struggling with whatever pain you're experiencing, and she goes, "You decided to just not only bring you and your friends whole ordeal to my store, but also I'm sort of now involved in it."
Yeah, yeah, I guess that is what happened. I mean, to be fair, you came to us and you were like, "Hey, I saw some mysterious shit. Let me follow these ragtag dumbasses and try to be involved." So, congratulations.
I didn't think I was gonna die so quickly. Maybe 25, maybe 38, but not 18 to 19, Rose.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know. I I don't know. She was just here, and she's been like, everybody has been talking about this mysterious lady, and the factory, like everything is hunky dory, and it's I
Okay,
don't.
okay, okay.
Mm,
Mab, like, she kneels down and she puts, she like hesitant. She doesn't. She puts her hand out, but she's very hesitant. She doesn't know where to place her hand, so she kind of, she doesn't mean to, but she smacks her hand onto your knee. She goes, "Okay, I want you to just breathe, calm down. Even I'm gonna clean this nice lady's blood off my floor. I'm gonna close the shop, and then we're gonna hide out at my house.
mm,
Um, if you need to call your parents, do so. Um, cause I'm pretty sure she knows about you, and you have whatever she's asking for. Most likely, she's gonna try and track you down. So might as well stay somewhere where she'll last expect you to be."
I
And she gets up, she takes a bucket out of the sink, and she starts going to clean up the bloody mess as best as she can.
I'm just gonna sit there and start mumbling to myself. She's not a nice lady. She's an asshole. She's a stupid, dumbass bitch. She's too fucking tall for no fucking reason. Stupid. Fucking freckles. Rose just like tilts on her side and just kind of lays there.
Mab, like, hastily, like, mops away and, like, wipes shit up with, like, a towel and, like, her apron, and she rushes downstairs to grab her shit and your shit. She goes, "Okay, get up. I'm closing the shop. We're going to my house, like, now. Is there anything else you want to grab or do before we leave? Because this shop won't be open for at least until my mom comes back."
Are you are you sure we should go to your house? Because I mentioned that earlier, but I kind of feel like, basically nobody's ever at my house. Actually, if we go to my house, we could call Kyle and tell him to meet us there. Because no one's ever really there anyway. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. And I've been planting like roses and stuff, and I've been dropping salt, so I mean they're already looking for me. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, yeah, I guess so. You lead the way if no one's at your house.
All right, yeah, no, let's go to our house. My house. Shit, my house.
I was gonna, I was gonna make Mab say a joke about our house, but no, I'm gonna save that for later.
No,
Um,
that's on the second date.
yeah,
I hate you too.
let's save that for later. You guys walk out the door. She locks it down. And she like walks around it to make sure like all the windows are closed. And she's like, "Yeah, no. I guess we're taking the bus because neither of us has cars. So I think that's where we're gonna cut away from. Kid. All right, cool. Sammer, aka Lilith. It's Thursday afternoon on a school day. What are you up to?
Probably in the chemistry club schoolroom.
So you're in Miss Morgan's class right now, and you guys are having like a study hall situation. You guys got some worksheets to like fill out and prep for a test or whatever. Guys are just quietly all working. Kyle, you get a buzz. Uh,
It
on
like
your
my
phone.
phone just like violently rattles against the desk, and I like grab it, flip it open.
Mm. It's a text from Shelby.
What does it say?
Are you holding?
What? Like,
And
be more specific, please. I am, but it depends. Yeah, what do you need?
she goes, "You know what I need."
I don't have any updates on that, but I can get you other stuff.
She does the little asterisk grow sigh. Yeah, asterisk sigh asterisk thing. She goes, okay,
Wow.
what do you have right now?
I got some dabs. I got a couple pre-rolls if you want them. I got a couple mushrooms on deck. We kind of have a spread if you want to look over, specifically pick out what you want. I'm free after class, I think.
She texts back and she goes, I guess I'll take some shrooms since you're basically
All right, how much
holding
you
out on
looking
me.
to get? 5 grams would be kind of I'll give you a deal of like 80 if you get 5, but smaller than that, I can do 3 for like 30. Yeah. And anything smaller than that, it'll just be 10. Like 10 for 1 gram if you want.
She goes, no, I want 5. I'll give you the 80.
Okay. All right, I'll see you after class.
I'm imagining that you just have your head down this entire time while like texting.
I have like my bag in my lap and I'm looking through and I'm like, all right, how much do I have here? But it's like out of view of the teacher.
Oh, it's definitely out of view of the teacher, but she sees that your head is down and you're obviously like not studying or like not doing any work. And she yells out, Mr. Morton, you care to tell the class what you're working on?
I grab the bag of chips in my backpack and I go, and I just roll it up as if that's what I was interacting with. Titration? Like, desperately looking around for like a hint as to what they're doing. Can I make a brain roll?
Yeah, you can make a brain roll.
Okay. That's a 10.
While you're like scrambling through like binders and notebooks, you stumble upon a page, like an article page that like you probably got from this class like a while ago about heterochromia.
Sorry, I was just looking for this note, and I just pull it out and sort of wave it. And if she's walking over here to like check and make sure I'm handing it to her.
Yeah, she is. She's like stepping away from her desk.
I zip
she
up
walks
the rest
over.
of the bag as she walks over here. I put it on the floor.
She takes a paper and she puts on like the glasses hanging around from her neck. She reads it and she goes, Mr. Morton, we've already been through heterochromia 2 weeks ago. Can I ask why you're going over it again?
Because I didn't really absorb it within the previous pacing of the last time that we were allotted. And I thought I had lost that sheet of paper 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, what page are we supposed to be on?
Obviously, you need some help. She looks around and she goes, Miss Tripp, why don't you sit here next to Mr. Morton and catch him up to speed on what we're supposed to be doing?
Kyle's just like, so you're not going to tell me what page number?
Miss Morgan, she goes, why ask a teacher when you can ask a fellow classmate and collaborate and learn from each other? She does the Snape turns. She turns really quickly. She goes back to her desk.
Why does our science teacher have a cape?
She doesn't
I think the real question is, why doesn't she have a cape?
That's a great question. All science teachers are missing capes. I will admit.
I'll say she has a shawl on, and it does a similar thing. Now you and Lilith are
as
sitting
Lilith
together.
sits down, I just sort of look at her and I say, "Don't call me Mr. Morton. My name's Kyle. Hi."
Mr.
It's
Morton
a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Morton.
Mr. Morton was my father. I'm just gonna let that one hang in the air. Sorry, what's your name? Lilith?
Yes, my name is Lilith.
Sorry, you said it out loud while the teacher was talking.
They've never been my favorite teacher, but I will tell you what page we're on.
What page?
We are on page 72, chapter 4.
Oh, okay, I'm still on
paragraph
page 69.
7.
Hang on.
Paragraph 7, sentence 4.
Okay. Sentence 4. Wow. Okay. Kyle's eyes sort of glaze over as he reads this paragraph and is like, all right. And he just sort of sets the book down on the table and starts digging through his backpack again. And at some point, I'm guessing he's probably taking some of the bottles of holy water out and placing them on the desk, like, still looking through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And eventually he finds what he needs and, like, gets that shit situated and puts the bottles of water back in the bag and closes it up.
Oh,
They
I
just look
see.
like regular bottled water.
I see. That's how molecular bondage happens. Okay.
Are you saying that while reading through the book? Or are you saying that when he's putting like bottles of
Kyle
holy
starts
water?
to peer back through the book. Like, oh, what are we reading?
I'm saying that when reading the book. I'm not paying
Okay.
attention to what Kyle's doing.
Okay.
So, what's your grade in this class? I mean, do you know yet?
No, I don't. I think I have 94? I'm not sure.
94?
Yeah.
In Miss Morgan's class?
Yeah.
Shit. Are you like a big chemistry whiz?
Yes, I am.
Holy fuck. Hey, okay, I have a side project going on, and I could use your help.
Oh?
If
What kind of project?
I'm trying to like ID, well, I'm not trying to ID, I'm trying to figure out what's causing a reaction between two substances, and Miss Morgan hasn't been able to help me out. So, and also I don't feel like I'm able to ask her all the questions I would like to.
What are the substances? I hope it's nothing legal, like mixing sodium and chlorine.
No. No. Well, okay, it's something I got at a party. It's red and it's like liquid. You know what? I can just show you my setup if you'd like, but like.
Red.
Oh wait, I don't have pictures or anything. I don't have like that kind of phone. Shit.
Red in a liquid? What type of party was this?
It was a big rave. It was kind of spooky, and there were some strange characters there. So I was trying to figure out if they put anything in the punch, and it seems like they did, but trying to figure out what.
If it's some sort of date rape drug, you should get the police involved.
No. I'm trying to figure out. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure those kinds of drugs don't violently bubble when coming into contact with sacred water, so.
Okay. Sure. If you need help, I'll help you after school.
Okay, cool. Sorry, what page are we on again?
Now we're on page 75, chapter 8, paragraph
Kyle
4.
just flips the book to that page, like, to keep up, and tries to pretend to pay attention.
Real quick, do you have a cell phone?
I do. I have a basic one, though. It doesn't have a camera.
Is it like a flip phone?
Yes.
Okay.
There are only 3 numbers in it, though.
It's like
I know
the
the
gas
two.
station phone.
I know. I was gonna say I know the 2 numbers obviously are gonna be your dad's. What's the 3rd number?
I was gonna say the chemistry club coordinator, but sure, the police works too.
No, the chemistry club coordinator is so much better than the police.
Kyle, as you're like trying your best to like even comprehend of what you're trying to do right now,
Huh?
you do go back to the thought of like asking Lilith for help. Your brain is just going back and forth of like, do I really want to introduce another person to this can of worms that me and my friends have, or like this might be the only chance.
Well,
like,
we're all in this can of worms. If Kyle's thinking that, Kyle's gonna sort of lean over and go, "Hey, you know all those kids that have gone missing?
Yeah. Yeah, I have actually.
This might have something to do with that.
Oh.
I'm doing some amateur investigating, so if you could keep this sort of on the down low, that would be cool. Kind of probably not something, like the adults would really be super cool with us doing.
Okay. As I said, after school.
All right.
then we're gonna cut to Juliana. You are in gym class, and Coach Slim is making you guys like do warm up. So like a couple laps around the gym, some jumping jacks, some lunges. Are you participating in these laps, or are you just sitting down?
I'm participating, but I'm probably like, I guess,
You're walking the mile.
yeah, I'm probably like one of the 12-minute mile.
As you're like running the mile, Coach Slim blows really hard into his whistle, and he goes, all right, everyone, stop what you're doing. Yeah, bring it in, and sit down. Got to talk about something a little serious. I don't know if any of you noticed, but a few key members of my star ladies lacrosse team haven't showed up, and we all know that a couple of kids and folks from the town have been going missing, unfortunately dying. So I just I just want to ask if anyone has seen anything unusual or has any knowledge of some of these kids' whereabouts. Principal McAfee has told all the staff to at least you know talk to students to see if basically if you see something, say something. So this is we're gonna take a minute to you know moment of silence and talk about if any of you know anything. Coach Slim, he goes, like again, so if anyone knows anything, say something, talk to a teacher, talk to an administrator, security guard, whatever. I think this is the time that I'm supposed to say, everyone bow your heads for, you know, the moment of silence. And he he like puts both of his arms behind his back, and he looks down and he closes his eyes. He goes, everyone, just take a minute for a moment of silence. As you close your eyes and just sit in like this awkward silence with your peers and gym teacher, you hear like very quietly, you hear, Miss Daly, Miss Daly.
I open my eyes.
Come in for a sec. I'd like to talk to you for a second.
Okay, I sort of jog over. What is it, Coach Slim?
I know you're one of the school's reporters, so as your wonderful coach Slim, I'd like to take initiative and ask you to, just write a story, like just something very heartfelt of some of the missing students, especially uh, my beloved lacrosse team, supposed to go to nationals, but since there are no show, I guess there's no show. And he puts his hand on your shoulder, his very heavy, huge, thick hand on your shoulder. And goes, "Can you do that for me?"
Coach, I mean, I can. I can't promise it'll make its edition. I mean, the newspaper's gonna come out tomorrow. Like, it's still Thursday, right? Out of character.
It's still Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can maybe do something next week, but as far as like for this paper, deadlines pretty much have already been made.
Listen. There's no rush on condolences.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean, we're literally like we literally have to do something in about an hour, and I
He stops you and he goes, listen, just please just write it, get it done when you can, publish it. It'll be in the paper whenever it is. All right. And he blows his whistle again. He goes, all right, everyone, it's dodgeball. So pick a team, grab some dodgeballs, and let's get this party rolling. He pats you on the back and runs in the middle of the gym floor. It's now the end of the school day. It's like 4 o'clock. It's being dismissed. Everyone's, either taking a bus or driving home. Rose, did you guys make it back to your house? All right.
Yeah, I guess so. We made it back to my place. I assume that my folks, like usual, are not home, so I invite Mab inside. I lock the door, and then whenever I have the chance, I'm gonna call up Kyle and let him know just about the
Alrighty.
location change over to my place.
Kyle, you get a phone call from Rose. Buzz, buzz.
Hello, this is the office of Morton and Sons. How may I help you?
What? What? Oh shit! Did I
No,
call
I'm
the
just
wrong
fucking
number?
with you. Hey,
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
in class.
I'm just
Fuck.
joshing.
What?
You're
All
not in
right,
class.
we're not in
I'm not
class.
in class. I just got out of class and I give some mushrooms to Shelby. Hi.
That sounds about right. All right,
Yeah.
Kyle, listen, change of plans.
Shelby's here if you want to say hi.
Who the, I don't know, Shelby. Who the fuck is Shelby?
It's fine.
Why do you always
Anyways,
want me
go
to
on.
talk to the people that you're talking to? Anyway, listen, change of
It's called
plans.
networking.
I, not in this shithole town. Listen, change of plans. Do not go to the flower shop. Don't go there under any circumstances. It's compromised. Go, go to my house. We're all meeting up at my house.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go now?
Roger.
I mean, preferably, yeah, before it gets dark. And
Got it.
I, I've been thinking about
Anything
this.
else you want me to pick up while I'm out?
I don't know. Listen, when you were gonna go to the flower shop earlier, were you thinking about bringing Juliana?
She seemed busy last time I checked, but I could invite her if you want.
Okay, well, invite is a strong word, but if she, I feel like we need a powwow.
Do you want
and if
Juliana to know and be there or not?
Well, the problem with Juliana is you ask her for her help and she's like, "Oh no, I have a fucking curfew." So I don't know if Julie's gonna show, but you can let
I'll
her.
ask Juliana if she has a fucking curfew, and if she doesn't have a fucking curfew, should I invite her?
It's your choice. But either way, come to my house because stuff I I fucked up and just get here as soon as you can and I hang up.
Okay, but like, how did you fuck? Oh wow, she hung up. Okay. You can give me this, like, Kyle's just counting out the $80 he got, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess I can take $10 in quarters. Yeah, okay." And then that's the end of the scene. I'm gonna call up Juliana on the phone.
Juliana, you get a call from Kyle.
Yes, Kyle.
Ring ring, motherfucker. You doing anything later today?
Well, I'm currently at home. I was gonna make
How did
a
you
story.
get home so fast?
Dude, we let out school like at 2:30.
Shit, you're right. I am a weirdo for hanging out here still. Well, if you didn't have anything going on and you could show up to Rose's house, I think we're having an urgent meeting. I can pick you up.
I mean, I'm ungrounded, so as long as I get home at a reasonable time, I should be fine. Sure, that works good.
I guess it's the same curfew we all have. Okay, cool. I'll pick you up in like maybe a half hour or something. So get your shit together.
Okay.
Bye, see you soon. Hang out.
Juliana hangs up.
Kyle turns to
Are we going
And
on
I'm
a
not-
field trip?
and I just get off the phone and I see you walk up to me and I'm like, oh hey, I've got like a meeting thing to go to, so you're welcome to tag along. Actually, it would probably be best if you tagged along because you're kind of an expert that they would want to talk to, I think.
What type of meeting?
It's kind of like it's like a book club, except we're kind of not reading anything altogether. It's like a private circle of friends that are all sort of investigating the mystery in their own different ways. You know?
Okay.
You seem very cool about this. There are some people at the school I wouldn't say a word of this to.
Yeah, no, Lilith seems like the type of person to fly under the radar. It's cool.
I'll go get the bike started. You go get your stuff from your locker if you need to. Or
Oh, I already did.
oh, cool, nice backpack. All right, well then just come with me, and then we're going to get on the bike. I guess this is a 3-person bike ride now. We're going to make this work. So Kyle's going to just sort of drive past the flower shop and is definitely going to peek in before picking Juliana up.
Ooh,
Like, just
why?
to see what the fuck happened. I'm assuming it's on the way. He's not going out of the way to do this if it's out of the way. But if it's on the way, he's going to stop there and just look around. And if he can't figure out why it's closed, he's not going to linger too long. But he's just like, did someone break in? Is there, you know?
You see like it looks like it's closed. You see like a wet floor sign in the middle of the floor. That's basically it.
All right, well then Kyle just continues on to go and pick up Juliana. I just pull up like on the curb of Juliana Street with Lilith on the bike, and I'm just like a real big like getting loser. We're going vampire hunting. I just rev the moped.
I guess I kind of gather my stuff before I head out. I like kind of walk to the door and then turn back and look at my and see new weird demonic computer. It may or may not have cursed me.
Oh, I didn't hear that last part. What are you looking back at?
The computer.
The computer that may or may not have cursed me.
Oh,
The cursed computer.
yeah. You look back. That computer isn't there anymore.
We need to do some backups. Hold on. So I walk into my room and I don't see the computer.
No, you don't see it at all.
Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Is my dad home?
No.
Does it look like anybody has been inside the house? Or did this thing just up and disappeared?
I mean, other than your family?
So I'm gonna go to my little brother's room and see if they took it being.
Your brothers are like playing with Legos or some shit.
Did you two happen to take a computer that was in my room? It looked kind of weird.
One of the boys, without even looking at you, he puts his hand up and he goes, "Rule number 35: don't touch
No
Juliana's
snitching.
stuff." The other one says no snitching. Rule 36: no snitching.
I'm going to have to ask you to break Rule 36 if Rule 35 was broken.
the one that said no snitching, he goes, no, we didn't touch it. We haven't even been in your room. And they're still futching with their Star Wars Legos.
I kind of close their door, pick up my BlackBerry, and call Kyle. So
Yo, I'm outside your house.
I know. Hey, I know this is gonna
I'm
sound
like Coach Slum.
I know this is gonna sound so a little bit weird and all and very coincidental, but
Try me.
You remember the computer I had, the weird one?
Yeah, the one that tried to kill us.
Kill's a strong word, maybe.
The one that threatened us.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, cool. So, is this gonna be like a 15-minute delay, or like, are you coming out now? Because like I can come back in like 15 minutes and pick you up if you need some time.
I might have to join via phone, even though I really don't want to do that because I get the feeling you guys think that I'm flaking out on you because.
Why are you bringing the computer?
I wasn't going to bring the computer.
Then come on.
But it's missing.
We'll find it later. Don't stress about this now.
Fine.
We have something that's time sensitive and something that isn't necessarily. I'm kind of getting impatient.
Okay. Gosh. I hung up my phone and I open my brother's room and I say, "Stay in your room until mom or dad gets home."
Okay. And they like shoe fly you like waving their hands behind them like go away.
You're only allowed to leave the room if you need to use the bathroom. And she closes the door. Then I hop out in front and I see Kyle and Lilith. Hello?
Sup, loser? Get on.
She goes to get on, but then looks at Lilith like, and she looks back and is like,
This is Lilith. She's cool.
"Oh wait.
I'm just still playing. Now I'm playing Mario, and just look up and
Wait a
like,
minute.
hey,
Wait a minute.
what's up?
Don't tell me. Their names are on my tongue.
I've already started the fight.
Yes, I'm on the bike, wherever. I'm like, wait a minute, your parents are. Wait. Don't tell me. Who are your parents again?
My parents are August and Aiden Tripp.
Ah, yes. Aren't they the big bankers or something?
Yes.
Big Bang
Yes, they are.
Theory.
Ah, yes. I've read about your parents in the paper a whole bunch.
Wow.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, some of us read the paper around here, and I kind of glare at Kyle.
So we drive to Rose's house.
Mab is probably just looking around since this is the first time she's been in my house. I have decided to grab myself another glass of bourbon with an ice this time. I'm just kind of walking around, checking the windows, and waiting for Kyle to finally scoot up to my house.
Map's like walking around your living room. She goes, so, where are your parents? So, medical doctors. That's a redundant thing that I just said.
Yeah, that's okay. I wasn't gonna say anything, but you noticed it.
So are they just never here? Is it just you? Do you have like siblings or something?
My brother's in college. He was lucky enough to not be here anymore. I'm pretty sure he's studying fashion. He's in New York, but I'm pretty sure my parents think he's training to be a doctor, but he sends me pictures of like all these really cool outfits that he's been making, and I don't think they have anything to do with major surgery, so, you know.
She whips around like to look at you, and like sunshine is on her face, and she goes, "Is your brother?" And she like does the gay hand thing towards you. She like wags it. She like, "Is your brother, you know, campy?"
Is my brother campy? I feel like the last person that called him campy got smacked with a whiskey bottle. So I wouldn't call him campy, but I would say that he has an excellent sense of color.
She goes, "How do you get smacked with a whiskey bottle?"
You grab the open end like a
I'm
handle,
I'm
and then you.
I'm being sarcastic.
Are
I'm being
you?
sarcastic. I Yes, you just haven't been around me that long,
Sorry, it's
and
been
you're
a
you're
day.
you're you're gonna have to get used to it. She goes, well, and she looks at your glass of bourbon. She goes, I guess if you're drinking, I'm drinking. And she waves like a red solo cup in your face. She goes, make it a double.
Wow. No, my family doesn't drink out of solo cups. Hang on a sec. And I'll go into the cabinet and I'll get her like a proper whiskey glass and I will pour something wild in it. There you go.
She takes a glass and she nods towards you and raises her glass and takes a huge gulp.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I'm sorry. I don't really know what happened earlier today. I it took me a good bit of time after everything happened to realize that I just pulled a Kyle, and I'm not even really sure how I did that or why. Like that was so stupid.
What do you mean, pull a Kyle?
Kyle really likes helping people, but Kyle's definitely the type of person that would jump into like a fight to save one lady, but it's like 8 dudes and you know he's gonna get like fucking demolished, but he does it anyway. He kind of has that energy.
Oh, kind of sounds like Wolverine. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know,
But you're,
maybe if he could actually heal his own bones, but I'm pretty sure he can't do that.
I mean, listen, the undead are in Wisconsin. There couldn't be any weirder things among us.
I Ye of little faith. Well, I guess we'll figure that out. Yeah, I don't know. He's really good at like doing the right thing, even though the right thing is probably not the smartest thing to do at the time.
No, I know this is probably like not the best question. Why do you care so much?
What do
Like,
you
I'm pretty sure, like the rest of us, you're not gonna stay here. Who cares if the lady is hitting on your friend? Who cares if she's making up this meat factory? Like, honestly, if I were you, the second I graduate, I'd step foot right out of waste meat.
Oh, no, totally. I have every reason to leave. Straight up. I've been thinking about whether I should just leave tomorrow after this bullshit. David, he's probably like my oldest friend here. There's something about him and the way that he treats people that is so different from literally everybody else that I've met. So, you know the explosion, right? The little Factory 7 explosion and everybody got all fucked up and died and everyone was like, "Oh my God, thoughts and prayers, how terrible." So so David's
Yes, my favorite catastrophe.
Oh, do you have favorite catastrophes?
That was that was that was supposed to be a joke. I'm
S-
trying to lighten up the mood.
No, sorry.
Obviously, obviously it did land, so I guess continue. I'll shut up and she
Sorry. No,
takes some
don't.
of the shit from her.
Mm. But anyway, so his dad died during the factory accident, and he's the only person in like
She
in
takes a big swig out of her bourbon
yeah,
after you said that.
fair. And so after that, he genuinely tries to just do good for the sake of doing good. Literally nobody is like that. And he walks around in this town full of cowards and assholes and people that really just care about themselves, and he tries to care about them and find the good in them, and I don't know anybody else like that. And there's something about that I kind of think needs protection, cuz nobody does that. And like, I mean, you've seen him. He's an attractive guy on top of not being an asshole. I've been hanging out with him for a couple years now, and there are so many people that see him and see that he's a nice guy that's not an asshole, and they immediately want to just take advantage of that. And that's not right. And usually it's people that just like want to touch his butt, or maybe like trap him with a baby, or like, problematic shit. But there's something about this one lady that is on a whole other level, and I just want him to be able to be okay. Does that make sense? I don't know.
She crosses her arms onto the table. Um, yeah, no, I'd feel a similar way with my crushes too. Now I see why the big tall lady had to throw you through the window.
One, she didn't throw me through a window, and two, David is not a crush. David's a good dude. I just want him to have a little more confidence in himself, and then maybe he won't need me to back him up anymore. And then, I don't know. Before I figured out this whole power thing, that was kind of my whole vibe. I was going to be like, yeah, I'll make sure he's good, and then he'll figure himself out, and then I can leave and not have any regrets about finally leaving this town. This has turned into a whole other level of chaos that I didn't think I wanted anything to do with. Anyway, it's not a crush, fuck you. And I down my drink.
Before you and Mab can even start another conversation, your house phone rings. It's your dad. He goes, Rose, uh, hi, how was school?
Hi, Dad. I mean, it was school. I went to classes and went through halls and did the learning, I guess. What's up? You usually don't call this early.
You know the drill. I'm probably gonna be staying overnight at the hospital. We got a guy in here. He's in some pretty bad shape. Did some blood work on him, and he has some of the weirdest blood that this floor has ever seen. I guess I'm gonna be all night trying to figure out, what's up with this guy. And your mom said she's gonna be running late, but she will be home.
I guess you can't tell me, but like, what's weird about his blood? Is it just like drugs or something?
I mean I don't like talking about it. It's weird. This is like almost medical history level weird. We're assuming it's drugs, but like I don't know what drugs would leave copious amounts of bovine DNA that I don't think any human has seen before. It's all hands on deck trying to figure out how to treat this guy. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be here overnight. Just wanted to let you know, and we haven't talked in a while. So
Yeah, last time we talked, you were talking about you had a lot of people with like scratches and stuff on their body. How's that been going?
we're still we're still getting people with scratches and gashes. Our attention is kind of more turned to this bovine man. So
Okay, well, be careful. I might have a couple friends over tonight, if that's cool, but just drink your coffee, pay attention, and just be careful, okay, Dad?
I'm gonna give it the old college try. Before you can even say like goodbye, I love you, you can hear in the background that like you telling your dad and other people to like put away their phones and like it sounds very authoritative. It sounds like a bunch of authority men on the other side of the phone. He goes, Rose, I gotta go. See you later, and he immediately hangs up.
I hang up, and I just kind of keep waiting for people to show up.
I'm imagining Kyle is absurdly knocking on the door.
Ugh. All right, I open the door.
Hi. I brought everybody.
Okay.
I mean, I brought Juliana. I didn't bring David.
I'm gonna just turn to the side so that my door is very clearly open.
I walk in. Did you like answer the door holding your drink?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's this kind of party. All right.
You see
Kyle
Lilith. You
waves
see
to Mab, I guess.
Mab shakes her glass of bourbon towards your way. Rose, you see Lilith like trailing behind Kyle and Juliana. Like her head is just her not her head, her face is just glued onto her Game Boy Color, and she says a very quiet, quick hello.
Okay.
This is Lilith. She's tagging along because she's going to help me with some chemistry stuff later. And I just sort of like do the air quotes when I say chemistry.
Lilith was able to come inside my house without an invitation, so I'm just gonna close the door.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hell
oh
yeah.
yeah. Now the pseudo gang is here.
All right, Kyle. Well, listen, I need some time, but why don't you go ahead and talk to Mab about your questions and stuff, and then we'll figure out some other things. And then I'm just gonna
Okay.
sit at the table and I'm gonna eye Kyle and Juliana as they explore my house.
I let Juliana sort of go, and I just walk straight over to Mab and I sit down. Is there the liquor bottle on the counter or something?
Yeah,
I'm
the
definitely going
whiskey's
to pour
probably
myself some.
the whiskey's on the table.
Kyle gets himself something and is like, he just sits down next to Mab and goes, I have some magic questions to ask you.
I might have some magic answers, so shoot.
Kyle grabs 4 different water bottles he has his backpack and he goes, so I'm familiar with the concept of blessing water. Are you familiar with this?
I'm familiar, but I don't practice.
I've been told that I could increase the potency of this holy water by adding salt. And I wanted to know that if the salt was an element that could be used outside of just mixing it in.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but Rose has salt lines outside of her door and windows. Salt is used in many ways to ward off spirits and whatnot, and it's protection, all that good shit. I don't know about increasing the potency of holy water. It really all depends on I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but it all really depends on how much faith you have if in the holy water and how much faith you have in crosses when uh, encountering a vampire. So
Well, I'm pretty sure the shit just works all the time.
unless you have faith, she puts her hand on her chin. I was like, and she goes, How do you know that?
I mean, it just does though.
Have you used a cross?
Not seriously.
Have you used holy water on a vampire? And
Have I used holy water on a vamp? I've used it on a substance in a very low stakes setting where I was skeptical that it would even work. And it did.
Okay.
So I believe it. I have faith. But that's because I've seen it work.
Well, Peter Pan, I would like to argue until you.
Peter Pan's whole thing was fairy dust, and
yes, and believing in fairies for that fairy dust to work. So, until you encounter your fairy, Kyle.
But you see, like in Peter Pan, you actually met a fairy, Tinkerbell. So, like, again.
And you actually met a vampire.
This is true. Yeah, so why wouldn't I believe this holy water would work? Why wouldn't you believe it would work either?
I don't know. I'm not you, Kyle, but I'd say test those 2 theories on some real vampires first before we start.
Wait, no. What my question was if I made a salt circle, right? You know, like, let's just say hypothetically, I made a salt circle like Roseblood's been doing.
It's not a salt circle. She's just putting it in front of entries of her home. Salt circles are for demons. Unless you've encountered a demon, it's entirely different. Let this conversation continue. Like you're gonna keep asking questions. You're gonna keep getting answers. Charlie, are you still with us? Because we need you, buddy.
No. You're gonna suffer.
I'm gonna suffer. But I got something very nice for you, man. Why do I have to suffer?
I'll be the judge of that.
All right, whatever.
Every time, the last 3 times you said you had something for me, look where that got us.
Yeah, something cool.
So it's Thursday. This is the same day I practiced flying for the first time.
Yeah, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. now. Almost nightfall, buddy. How about that?
Right,
okay.
Right. So where am I?
I think you're back in your room again.
All right, cool. Since Chio went back to his room hours ago, he started to get on his HGTV shit. Right? Okay. He moved his bed to like the wall it's on, but in the center of that wall. So like it's perfectly cut down the middle. Like it separates the room. The little bedside table he had, it's now moved to the wall opposite of the fucking bed, also in the middle of it. It's a very OCD arranged room now. Let's say he's probably stretching or like some form of low effort exercise while holding his marker in his mouth.
Okay, you get a knock on your door, and it's Anthony. He peeks his head into the door, and he goes, come out for a second. I want to introduce you to somebody.
Chio has the fucking first stop. Like he's in mid stretch. Like he's got an arm behind his head and everything, putting a shirt on, and it's gonna follow fucking Anthony.
Anthony takes you into the middle of like the main cathedral, and he goes, "Okay, remember how I was saying how I'm your maker, and so like you're my Spawn sounds terrible because he didn't come from my loins. You know what I'm talking about. You remember how I'm your maker, Subby? Do you remember? I want to introduce you into the I guess the head vampire, everyone's maker, sorta. If you really think of it, technically, he walks you to the middle of the cathedral, and there's a guy just standing there.
What does he look like?
He has his back turns towards you, and all you can see is like jet black hair and like kind of like a black jacket. His arms behind his back, and he goes, Anthony, who's the new guy? This is my offshoot. Yeah, we're gonna say offshoot. This is my offshoot, Cuchillo, and he puts his arm on your back.
Oh yeah, no, Chio's gonna like silence like Anthony, like put a finger to his mouth and everything. He's gonna like take the marker out of his mouth and like write on the floor. He's gonna just write a decent sized letter V. It could be capital, it could be lowercase, whatever your heart contends to. He's gonna stand back up and then point.
Never mind. His name is V. Well, that's what he's going by now. And the man turns around, and he looks like this.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, what I say? I told you I had something for you.
Oh God. Why would you?
Yeah.
Look at this old Ozzy Osbourne looking ass nigga. This old.
Fuck you. Now that you said it,
daddy
you know,
looking ass
when
bitch.
I saw that
This
picture, that's
motherfucking
the
manipulative,
first thing I thought
pop punk looking motherfucker.
He looks at you and he looks down. He looks at you and he looks at the floor and he looks back at you. He puts his thumb and index finger up and he goes, V. Like he's questioning it. He goes, V.
And Chio nods as he puts the fucking marker back in his mouth, just nodding slowly. And then he makes the V symbol with his hand.
Well, V, welcome to my humble abode, or our humble abode. My
I do
name
this.
is Karis. I've heard so much, or not, I haven't heard much about you, but more of the things you've been doing, like killing our food and flying for your first time. So, and he sticks his hand out.
Gio's just nodding slowly, just at all of it. Not even
He
afraid. He's definitely doing all that shit.
sticks his hand out like how kings do for you to kiss their ring. And he's like waiting.
Gio's gonna take the marker back out of his fucking mouth, right? He's gonna uncap that motherfucker. He's gonna look Karis directly in his fucking eyes, and without looking, he's gonna draw a heart on his fucking hand without even looking at the hand while drawing it. It's completely unbroken eye contact. And then when he's done, he caps that motherfucker and just stands there holding the marker, looking right at Karis.
I want to see how good you drew this heart without looking.
That's
So draw.
that's what you're focusing on.
Yep, draw. Roll me a d4. One for terrible, 4 for good.
Let's fucking go.
Do it again. Do it again.
All right.
This man draws
I'm
an entire
scared.
mural.
It's just a letter.
You do draw a pretty good heart. You draw a V inside the heart, and
Ooh.
you put like an arrow through it, like people do with hearts and shit. He takes his hand back and he like holds it up, and he looks at it and he goes, "Anthony, you didn't tell me you had quite the charmer here. Maybe this could be my new tattoo, my one and only hand tattoo. Well, I have other business to attend to, and sundown's almost here, so don't get too rowdy and don't kill people you shouldn't, and I'll see you boys later." And he walks in between you two and just he sashays away. And Anthony turns to you and goes, "Believe it or not, that's the nicest interaction anyone has had with him. So he must like you a lot."
Damn, I can't keep making this motherfucker nod, but like he's just gonna look at Anthony and then look back in Karis's direction. He might shrug, but it's more of a approving shrug because man, he's definitely watching Karis from behind, not in a creepy way, but like getting used to the sight of him walking away.
Anthony, like he claps his hands to go, "So, this is your first night out. What do you want to do first?"
Chio's gonna think for a second, like he's gonna do the fucking thinking pose, and Chio's gonna write this time on his hand because he remembers he has skin. He's gonna write home on the back of his hand, and then like hold it.
Anthony clasped both his hands on the hand that you just wrote on. He was like, "Yeah, no, I explained this to you already. I don't think you should go home. You've been gone for like a decent amount of time. Your parents could be thinking anything right now, and they see their son like this. I don't know how that. I just no. No one goes back home."
Gio's gonna fucking hold Anthony on the underside of his chin, right? In the way that you do. And he's gonna angle his face toward Chio, and Chio's gonna look into his eyes. So he's gonna fucking clear his throat and be like, Anthony, you don't have to repeat yourself. I know what you said, but it's time for you to hear what I gotta say. I'm not leaving you. I will be back, but I need you to take me home so I can grab some things. Because trust me, There are 3 things there that I need, and if you want me to continue being peaceful here, I will need those items. Now here's what you're gonna do. You're going to, as my vampire escort, take me to the surface during sundown. We're gonna go to my house, to my window. I'm gonna break into my room, grab my shit. From there, we will come back here and do whatever you wanna do. Anything. Alright? Then I gotta roll a fucking D20 for that shit, don't I?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you roll a regular D20 for that.
14.
Anthony drops his head and he goes, okay, first of all, I'm not your vampire escort. If anything, I'm your chaperone. Second, I'm only going to bring you to your house because obviously you do need whatever essentials you need. But listen, we've already had a bunch of kids here kill their parents because they wanted to go back home, and I'd rather not have to clean that up again. If we're going back to your house, I strongly advise that you avoid every single person that's there. I'm only doing this once. I've never done this for anyone else. We can go, but again, avoid any family member that you even see.
I mean, Chio's gonna like nod and then like turn away and like walk away.
Where the fuck
Only
you
to
walking
realize he doesn't know where the exit is, so he's just gonna like stand there for a second and then turn back to Anthony and kind of smile a little bit because he realizes he doesn't know where the fuck he's going, so he's gonna like gesture for Anthony to join him. But he looked real good walking away, I'll give him that one. He was doing something there for 5 seconds.
Anthony, he grabs like the bicep of your arm. He grabs that part. He grabs that part and he tugs you away to the exit to like the stairwell to get up to the surface. And he goes,
he's dragging me like a cheap whore.
I won't say it. Anyway, he takes you to the stairwell and you guys walk up to the surface and like there's like a hatch door that he opens for you to go to come in and come out. He opens a hatch and you guys get to the surface and he goes, okay. We're just gonna fly there to avoid any run-ins with anybody. So since you are now just flying, hop on my back.
Can Chio be spiteful and start flying by himself to show that he's a big boy and he's not gonna be somebody's? Yeah, what the fuck is my number to fucking fly by myself?
Nah, you don't. You're not flying. This is a special roll. I want you to roll a 2d4, and this is a difficulty of 15. You get up and fly.
Anyway, I'm flying because I'm a beast.
I wouldn't say you're flying like a beast, but you're hovering. You're hovering.
Because I'm a beast.
You're a beast. And you guys get to your house. And you guys come up behind like the backyard of your house, and like you guys just kind of like hover above your roof.
Oh,
and
fuck that. Can I land on my roof and go to my room and open my window?
Hold on there, buddy.
All right.
You land on your roof. In the front of your yard, you see like 2 squad cars.
Oh God. I don't care about the squad cars. I'm just focused on my room.
Are you sure?
Is there something important down there? It's 2 police cars. So the less time I spend here, the better. I just need to get in and get out.
I mean, your mom's crying hysterically, but yeah, you can go to your room.
Do I hear it? How do I hear that if I'm outside?
You have good hearing as a vampire.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Anyway, so my room, right? Let's go there.
All right. Okay, cool. Before you open the window, you see what can only be described as fuego with a white sheet on his head sitting on your bed.
Oh, god damn it. All right, so yeah, so Chio's gonna go back up to the roof and he's gonna like do the little like hand motion on his neck, like, yeah, never mind, it's a no go. Do that little thing. You put your hand like near your neck and you do the little back and forth thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I know
to
what you're
cut
talking
it.
about.
Yeah, he's doing that one. He's ready to
I-
get the fuck out of there. It was a fish and mailed.
Anthony walks up to you. He goes, "No, no, 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 no. You wanted to come here. I'm allowing you. Go grab your stuff, so we can hurry up and get out of here before we're seen."
Chio's already walking away from Anthony. He's getting ready to jump off the roof and fly away again.
Roll me flight.
Oh, god damn it.
You want to add some adversity tokens to that or not?
How many I got? Like, I want to say, let's be fair, and let's say I have 3. I'm sure I have
Yeah.
more, but I'm adding 3 to this, so I get 4.
You start to walk off and fly off, but he grabs your wrist real quick
Oh my god.
and he goes, "Listen, you were so adamant to come here, and even though you've disobeyed and convinced me to bring you here, you're now suddenly so you're adamant of leaving. So
Her
I
Chio's
just
gonna fucking break away from the hold. So what do you mean to fucking say, Anthony? I was wrong. Fuck. Okay, I wanted to come here and it wasn't the right decision. You're right. What do we do? Blow you? We shouldn't have come here. Is that what you want to hear? You were
hold
right.
on, repeat that last couple lines. What did you just say?
I said. And I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. You were right. Is that what you want to hear? What do you want me to do? Blow you?
All right,
Is
cool.
that what you want to hear?
That's what I thought you said. Continue.
You were right. 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 We shouldn't have come here. My eyes were too big for my fucking stomach. Shoot me. That's my problem. I always want to do shit. I don't always think shit through. And I always blame it on things I can't control, which is justified, but at the same time, I'm my own worst enemy. And that is evident by the fact that we are here today. If I didn't try doing shit that wasn't above my level, I wouldn't be a fucking vampire. If I didn't try controlling other people, I wouldn't need to go back in my house to get shit that I need for manipulation tactics. If I wasn't such a fucking asshole, maybe I'd have other friends to give a shit about me instead of just having my brother in there by himself with no one to talk to. So yeah, I've royally fucked up, Anthony.
As you're
probably just getting hard thinking about the fact that I was wrong and you were right. So go ahead. Check that erection.
I mean, no, I'm not. That's not the vibe here. Anyway,
So then, great. The vibe is let's go back to the hangout because there's nothing left for me here.
you look down and as you're you're giving this great monologue to Anthony. You see Fuego.
How the fuck this
Yeah.
nigga get from in my room to outside? This nigga the Flash.
No, this thing. He's at the window.
Oh,
Yeah.
This nigga having a moment.
You can see Fuego. He still has a sheet on his head. He had cut 2 holes.
Yeah, he's a little ghost boy.
Yeah, no. And he pulls the sheet up, and he doesn't say anything. He's just staring at you.
Oh, he can see me?
Yeah, he can see you.
Oh. Well, can I walk over to the edge of the roof and kind of like sit with my feet hanging over and look down at him?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh shit, fuck. Hey, Fueg.
he's pretty silent.
I'm not dead. I'm gonna be away for a while. I still gotta figure out my life, what's left of it. I've done a lot of thinking, and I know that while we may or may not have been the best brothers, but I don't know, we were pretty damn good, and I'm gonna find a way back. I just can't come home yet because I have other things to do. I'm gonna need you to hold down the fort for me until I get back, okay? You got this. Because you got that Carrera blood running through you. And I love you. Always will. Okay?
Fuego, he just starts uncontrollably crying. And he's still not saying anything, but he's just, kids will
Oh,
cry.
yeah, I know how kids.
And like, it's not an ugly kid cry, but it's like when you cry and you can't breathe. It's that hyperventilating cry. He's bawling his eyes out.
And then can I step off and like hover in front of him a little closer so that way you can like see me a little better? It's like, yeah, I know. It sucks, but
he shuts the window once you hover in front of the you hover closer. He locks it.
Oh, this nigga. Okay, all right. See, he's already holding down the fort. What a legend. What a legend. And Chio's gonna fucking put his hand on the glass and kind of smile a little bit, even though this is a sad fucking moment.
Fuego puts down his sheet, and you can see the tears like bleeding through the sheet. And he walks out of your room and he closes the door.
Chio's gonna look back up at Anthony. Hey, nigga, he closed the door. I'm about to go in here real quick. Anthony opens the fucking window.
Okay, yeah, you can open the window.
I'm gonna open the window and go in. It's my fucking room.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna grab Daddy the Machete.
All right.
My yearbook.
Okay.
And my backpack. My backpack has a whole rack of items in it. We'll get into it next episode. Don't worry, but I just grabbed the essentials.
Is that it? Are you done raiding your room?
I think I am done raiding unless Anthony want to carry some shit on his back. I think I'm done. I just needed to grab that shit.
All right, cool. So you grab all that shit.
Well, I mean, I gotta go back up to Anthony, tell him I'm done.
Okay. He just puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, okay.
And Chio's gonna shrug it off.
Trying to be a tender vampire dad right now. But,
he doesn't need a tender vampire dad right now. He needs Anthony to just exist and not intrude.
All right, and he goes, well, let's go home. That's where we'll leave off this episode.